The video game market has gone crazy these last couple of years, and it's getting a little hard to find some of the things you like. So in this video, I'm gonna give you BlakRanger's 8 tips for retro and video game collecting. Let's get it, y'all.
He did that.
What's the word, Blerd? Your boy BlakRanger here, and welcome back for another week of BlakRanger's Blerd Life, where we explore all things legendary and nostalgic in the world of blerds and nerds, especially video games and toys. And this week, as I said in the intro, we're gonna go over BlakRanger's 8 tips when retro hunting and collecting. So before we jump into that, just want to say thank you all for coming by this week. It's been a few weeks since I've made a video, and life has been lifing, and a great thing has happened. So I try to release videos every Monday of retro and nostalgic content for blerds and nerds. But about 2 weeks ago, when I was preparing my ideas for this video, I had a life experience happen, and here it is. That's right, you guys. Your boy BlakRanger is now Daddy BlakRanger. Me and my wife had our first child a few weeks ago, so I had to take some time off, but I'm back. The family's doing great, baby girl's doing great, and this video is gonna be great as well. So let's hop into it. So we're just gonna jump right in, and we're gonna start it off like this. Number 8 on my list. Know what you're looking for, what you're collecting for, what you want. When you know these things, it makes it a lot easier when you're out searching and hunting for things, whether it's live hunting at, flea markets, swap meets, yard sales, garage sales, anything like that. Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist still works, you guys. Websites, whatever it is, know what you're looking for. That way you have an idea of what you're doing. You don't just want to go out there and just be like, oh, I want to find everything. No, have an idea of what you want to look for that week or that day when you're out hunting, because it gives you a little more focus and you know what you're gonna get, and you won't just be all over the place. All right, you guys, so keep in mind what you're looking for, what you're collecting for, and it'll make it great. All right, so tip number 7. Keep track of your inventory. Now, you guys, this is a big thing. I've had it happen to me a lot, whether it was through video games monthly boxes or just out at the thrift or anything like that collecting. I've forgotten what's in my collection, so I ended up spending money on things I already had. Now, there are some things that you may want doubles of, those more high value items or high value games or anything like that, more exclusive stuff. You may want a double, you may want a sealed copy and an open copy, or you may just want a copy to have in case you're going through and you want to get more stuff later on. Which brings me to tip number 6. Purge your collection, you guys. Now, as you see, the collection behind me, I've purged my collection quite often, meaning I'm going through and I'm looking at what I have and really telling myself, you're never gonna play this, or you don't even like this, why are you keeping it? So there are some things in your collection maybe that you have that you're like, I'm never gonna play this, I don't even know why I have it. Guys, get rid of it. Use what you have to get what you want. I know they say that in like Players Club and all that, but this is different. Use the games and stuff you have in your collection to build your collection to be what you want it to be. Which brings me to tip number 5. Take what you have and trade or resell. Once you purge your collection, find those things that you don't need or you just don't want and sell them. You got to use the games you have and sell them to get the money for the things that you want. Whether it's like, oh, I have this game and I know it's a game that everybody wants and everybody has, but I don't really care for it. Don't keep it. You don't need it. It's your collection, it's what you want. So take those games after you purge, trade them or resell. Number 4, do your research. Now, when you go through and you look at OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, things like that, or you go to these flea markets, you'll have a lot of game resellers or people who think they're resellers that think they know the price of things. You got to do your own research, guys. Now, a lot of these people, when they're putting stuff up, especially, family members and stuff, they may not know what things are worth. So they're just going on eBay and looking at stuff. And as soon as they pull up a game, they're like, oh, it's worth all this money. But in all actuality, it's not. So you got to do your own research. And, don't be afraid to tell the person if you see something, which is another tip. Don't be afraid to negotiate. So if you see something after you've done your research and you're like, this game isn't worth that much, ask the person, see what they say, just throw a number at them. Say, hey, I've done some research. You can even send screenshots or anything like that. Don't insult anybody, but don't be afraid to negotiate. Most of these people, if it's out there, they're just trying to get rid of it. So make sure you do your research and negotiate with these people. Do something fair and equitable for the both of you. But don't go out here and overpay for games and overpay for things that or you should know aren't worth that. So do your research. If you don't know what to research, if you go to eBay and you're looking up stuff, make sure when you search it, you go to your filters and look for sold listings, because anybody can put a price up there to sell, but the sold listing is what really matters. All right. And if you don't do that, you can also go to pricecharting.com and it'll show you what the estimated value of these games are. You can look up the condition of the game. You can look up whether it has a manual, whether it has a box, and all these things play a factor in the price. So do your research and negotiate with these people. All right. Number 3, be on the hunt, be on the lookout for bundles and lots of games. Now you may say, but I only need 1 or 2 things in this bundle. Well, that's okay. Once you've done your research and you negotiate, you may be able to find a fair price for the entire lot, and then you can keep what you want and trade and resell the rest of it. That's why these lots and bundles are great. A lot of people are trying to get rid of a lot of stuff all at once, and that's what you want. It's an easy way. You don't have to piece by piece get stuff. You can get a bunch of stuff at one time, and there may be stuff you didn't even think you might like in a lot of bundle, and you may be able to keep it for your collection. But at the end of the day, buy the bundle or buy the lot, keep what you want, and use what's left to fund your game hunting account again. All right, so that's a great way to do it. Now let's move on to tip number 2. So tip number 2 is kind of, if you think it's a good deal, go for it. If you see something pop up, now, when I say a good deal, I don't mean it's cheap or anything like that. I mean, it's something that's rare and it's hard to find. You can't find it, and you see it pop up for what is a good price. If you think it's a good price after you've done your research and all that other stuff, go for it. Don't let other people tell you, oh, you don't need to get it. You can find it later at a cheaper price or anything like that. People have said that a lot, and then you end up losing out on a lot of stuff. Now, yes, granted, going thrifting and things like that, you can find some great things like that. But at the end of the day, when you're on social media looking for stuff or yard sales, anything like that, if you see it and you think it's a good deal, jump on it, go for it, and get what you want. All right. And if you think it's not a good deal, go back to negotiating and tell them what you think would be a good and fair deal, and hopefully it works out. All right. So for all these 7 tips, these will help you start building your collection. But the number 1 tip from BlakRanger is, drum roll please, collect what you want, not what everybody else wants. It's your game collection. It's your retro collection, toy collection, whatever it is. It's your collection. Now, I did a video before where I said, why are you collecting? Are you collecting for other people, for clout, to show things off? Or are you collecting for you because you are a gamer or you like these retro things, these toys and stuff? So you have to make up in your mind that you want this stuff, not everybody else. There are a bunch of things that are high value games and you're like, oh, that would be cool to have in the collection to show off. Yes, it's nice to have things to show off, but at the end of the day, if you can't have fun with your collection, what's the point in having it? So always remember that your collection is your collection. People will have opinions of your collection, but if you're happy, then your collection is perfect for you. So all these 8 tips have what has helped me to build the collection I have right now. Yes, there's other stuff I want, but I'm purging, I'm trading, I'm reselling, buying lots and selling off other stuff. I'm at the thrift. I buy stuff and I say, hey, I don't need this, but it's a good deal at the thrift and I know I can resell it for a little bit more. Do it. It's what I love to do. It helps to build everything that I have here, and it can help you build the collection that you want. All right, you guys. So again, thanks for coming by. I hope these tips helped a little bit if you're first starting out in retro hunting or game collecting, or you've been doing it for a while and you're just like, it's getting stale, or I need to, revamp what I'm doing. These tips may help you. They've helped me as I thought about them. And it's not just me. I get this stuff from other, people on YouTube, influencers on social media and stuff like that. So be on the lookout. Always research, know what you're looking for, know what you're talking about, and you'll be able to have the perfect collection for you guys. All right. Thanks for stopping by for another week of BlakRanger's Blerd Life. I hope you've enjoyed these tips. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please be sure to come back again and again. You know what everybody else says, LSS. Share it out with other people, comment down below, and let's have a great time in the Blerd Life. I hope to see you back next week, and we can have some more Blerd and Nerd nostalgic fun. All right, you guys. Peace. Gotta go be a daddy again. BlakRanger out.
Tick, tick, tock.